Welcome to the Hands-On Art ceramic painting tutorial presented by Ambrosia. This is available in PDF format if that's easier for you to follow and will be available in Studio. We will begin by wiping down the surface with a wet sponge, and then we'll be tracing the image onto tissue paper with a pencil, cutting it out for easier placement, and then taping it onto our plate. Then we will be tracing that image again with a Sharpie. The Sharpie will bleed through and leave that image transferred onto the plate. It is permanent, but don't be too worried about it being perfect. We'll be painting over all of this and adding a liner at the end. Also, an obvious thing to point out is that you'll want to write your child's name there and then of course change the age that they currently are. We'll be flipping the plate over and adding a solid white background to the back of the plate. We'll be doing 2 to 3 coats of this color and every other color throughout. This is what it looks like with those 3 layers, and then we'll go ahead and flip it over and do the same thing to the front. Now we want to grab our child's hand and have them flip it over. Maybe practice having them place the hand first before you paint it so they know what to expect. We'll do a thin layer, making sure that we're covering the whole area of the hand. And don't worry if this part gets a little messy, it always does, but the kids have fun feeling the tingly sensation on their hands with the paint. When they get ready to flip it over, make sure that they're not spreading their fingers too wide. We want that hand to still remain within that heart shape. Here we can see she wanted to spread her fingers, but I instructed her not to. Put her hand down, waited a second, and then pulled it back up. And there we have it. Now we can move on to the painting of the rest of the hearts. Now we'll be using the blue color and also the purple color and a light pink orchid color just to fill in the hearts. You can do it however you'd like. You can do all one solid color, or you can do it spread out how we did it here. Okay, and now we're on to the fun part of the tracing for the hearts and the wording. You can use a liner brush or a fun writer. We used black number 15. It's important to go slow and constantly be dipping your brush into new fresh paint. If it dries out or there isn't enough paint, it won't glide on as expected. Keep in mind that the entire thing doesn't need to be outlined. You can use your creativity and outline the areas that need most impact, like the areas around the corners of the hearts. Of course, we do want to outline the entire surface area of the wording, as the Sharpie will not show through after firing. Just another reminder that I'm writing the word name here. Of course, you'll want to write your child's name here. If you need help, creating a fun, cute font for your child's name, definitely ask any of us in the studio and we can help you out there. And go slow, take your time. We want this to be a fun experience for you and a great memory to keep forever. As we get into the outlining of the text, again, we want to go slow. I like to use directional lines, so I'll do all of the horizontal lines first, and then you'll see I switch to do the vertical lines. It just makes it a little bit easier for me to follow through with the full letter. And we also want the brush to be nice and wet, full of paint, or else it won't glide as we expect it to. Here's a great example of me doing all of the straight lines first and then switching over to do the other directional lines. Whatever is easiest for you and you have the most fun doing it with. Don't worry about making any mistakes. Those mistakes are what make the piece have character. And if you are really struggling and would like some help, you can ask one of the girls in the studio to help you, and we can write it out for you as well. And that's it. At the end, you could add a few little dots here and there just to add a little bit more flair. But thank you so much for watching.